Hello guys and welcome to MK Recaps. Show the channel some love by liking and subscribing to our channel. The story begins in a densely populated city, likely in the East, where we are introduced to an elderly man named Danilo in his photography shop. While browsing seductive photos of young women on the internet, a young woman enters the shop seeking a passport photo. Danilo instructs her to change in the dressing room while he readies the camera. The young woman reveals she is Japanese and in the country to teach English, which excites Danilo as he has never seen such a beautiful Japanese woman before. As she enters the changing room, Danilo watches from the background in a lecherous manner. However, the young woman quickly becomes frightened and runs out of the shop, calling him crazy. Danilo becomes angry, feeling that the woman had led him on, but his neighbor from the neighboring store mocks him, telling him that he must control himself or risk losing everything as he is getting old. Danilo disregards the warning from his neighbor and instead shows him a newspaper advertisement for a special medicine that promises to enhance youthfulness if taken in moderation but can bring shame if taken excessively. Excited by the prospect, Danilo orders the medicine and watches a video of a Brazilian woman dancing on a website, feeling aroused alongside the other viewers. However, after a few seconds of humorous jokes, he looks at himself in the mirror and realizes that he is aging. Soon after, a man arrives at his store and recognizes him as a former celebrity who lost everything due to his inability to control his sexual desires. The man mocks Danilo, calling him a pervert. Feeling unwell and haunted by memories of his past, Danilo's neighbor invites him to a new bar in town, promising plenty of different women. At the bar, Paulo offers Danilo a new drug to increase his energy for the night. Danilo is skeptical, but Paulo introduces him to a young woman who seems interested in him. Despite his initial hesitation, Danilo manages to connect with the woman and takes her to his bedroom. However, when the metallic berimbau arrives, he loses interest and turns to the lightbulb advertisement website for entertainment. After their encounter, the woman warns Danilo not to tell anyone about their time together or risk ruining her reputation. She suggests that he compensate her in some way, whether it be with money or a cat card. After the encounter with the young woman, Danilo realizes he doesn't have the money to compensate her for her services. She suggests that he promote her on the Brazilian website, but he declines. Danilo eventually gets a job as a photographer, taking pictures of different models. However, he still struggles to control his libido and gets into trouble when he tries to touch one of the models inappropriately. He gets kicked out and realizes he needs to control his impulses. On his way home, he remembers the store from the newspaper and decides to buy some of the magic medicine to give him more energy in his day-to-day life. Danilo had to endure more challenges in life and deal with a difficult woman who spoke a language that was harder to understand than the one in the movie they were watching with English subtitles. The woman gave the character a box of white powder and instructed him to take it, which he did not fully comprehend, but he swallowed it anyway. Later, he remembered that he had tried to harm the woman because she insulted him, and he took more medicine before going to bed. When he woke up the next day, he felt younger and noticed that his toy was moving on its own, which he saw as a miracle. The issue is that the neighbor may come looking for Danilo, who hired a young programmer and refused to pay her, claiming that she was his nephew. If the neighbor comes back, it would be worse because the wolf, who previously tried to join a production and took many photos to prove his talent, is now involved with the young programmer. He takes suspicious white powder and becomes more youthful looking. The model invites him to a party, but she ends up flirting with another man, making him realize that no one belongs to anyone, so he decides to talk to a young woman sitting by the pool. I have never seen someone develop a relationship as easily as this guy. He asks the young woman for her name, and she asks if he knows what scorpions do, which makes him think she has a hidden motive. However, they end up having fun, and nothing bad happens. He goes back to living his life as a famous young person, and the model takes him to a hotel. But when they start getting intimate, they are interrupted by an old man who claims to own the biggest hotels and casinos in the city. The old man was watching them because the model was hired by him and didn't want to share her with anyone else. However, since the guy was good looking, the old man wanted them to have fun while he watched over them. The guy starts to get scared that he may turn into a doll when the old man starts touching his pants. As he was picking up the doll, he experienced no issues. However, upon waking up the next day, he started to feel a lot of pain as the effect of the medicine wore off, and he reverted to his old age. He was faced with a problem as his medicine had run out, and he didn't know what to do. Consequently, he went to the store where he got the medicine, but the woman informed him that the stock was out and wouldn't be available for a week. Frustrated and angry, he took the empty box home and licked it to get the last few drops. Unfortunately, the neighbor showed up looking for Danilo, and the protagonist lied about his whereabouts. The neighbor recognized him and left. Later on, the protagonist turned into a doll and realized he was in trouble. Afterward, he went to meet the wife of the Scorpion to distract himself and have some fun. However, he only found temporary relief as he soon started experiencing the same headache due to the medicine wearing off. He ran out and stumbled upon an old woman crying for help in the bathroom. She revealed that she was also using the same medicine as the Scorpion's wife. He refused to believe her, but ultimately suffered a heart attack and collapse when he transformed back into his younger self. This serves as a moral lesson to always check the authenticity of suspicious substances before using them, as exemplified in the movie City City. Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know what you think of this brief movie recap. Thank God we are at 26 subscribers, guys, and I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you.